So today is July 22nd. Yeah, it's July 22nd. That means I'm exactly 1 week out from taking my NCLEX registered nursing exam. My exam is set for July 29th at 2 p.m. I was watching a few videos this morning, and this girl who just took her exam says that she actually moved her date up by about a week, like 5 days. And so I thought about it, and then I thought, I've kept it in my mind. I've been telling myself every single day, like July 29 at 2 p.m. when you take your NCLEX, you're going to pass. And I don't want to mess with that vibe because I've just had that intention going for myself for the past about 3 weeks. So I just want to keep myself in that mindset that like July 29 is my test date and I'm going to pass on that test date. So I think I'm just going to keep it. I do feel pretty ready to take my exam. The only thing is that I feel like I'm as ready as I'll be, I did complete the entire UWorld Q Bank as of 2 days ago. And yesterday I started repeating some of the incorrect questions that I had. I have about 900 incorrect questions that I can work on. And so I'm kind of going over those. I do remember reading some certain rationales and being like, oh wait, I remember thinking it was this, but they said X, Y, and Z. So you know what? I think my answer is this now. So that's how I've been kind of going with it. I've also been finishing the Mike Clemic audios that I started. And I've been noting down the ones that I felt were the most beneficial to me so that if I have time, which I probably will, I can re-listen to a few of them. So I think I'm going to re-listen to the labs one, the endocrine one, and perhaps the prioritization and delegation. Yeah, I think like those were some of my favorites that I really felt like I got a lot out of. It wasn't stuff that I already kind of knew. So that's my game plan. It's about 9:30 in the morning. My hair's crusty because I worked out, so it's like all sweaty. Whatever. It's about 9:30 in the morning. So my game plan is to take my first self-assessment today, and I'll check in on how that goes. But yeah, so I finished the entire UWorld Q Bank. So my plan was to take my self-assessment after I completed that, and about a week before my exam. So that's exactly today. I want to take that self-assessment at the library near my house. There's a library about 10 minutes away that's very great. It's a college library, but anybody can go inside, and it's amazing because they have so much space. It's very quiet in there, and I feel like it'll set me in that testing mood. So my game plan right now is to get some breakfast, and then read over the blue book or the yellow book, one of them, and just kind of like skim through it. And then I'm gonna drive myself to the library, like if I'm driving myself to the exam center, take my self-assessment, and then depending on how I do, I'm gonna take my ATI comprehensive, the pink textbook that they gave us for comprehensive, the ATI lab review, and I'm gonna just remediate topics that I really didn't know, and we'll take it from there because I honestly don't know. I'm hoping I get like a high to very high chance of passing, just to kind of like, I feel calm. And so if I get that, I feel like it'll validate my feeling of being calm. Of course I'm freaking out internally, but I feel calmer than I thought I would, if that makes sense. Maybe we'll freak out or have a panic attack later in the week, but as of right now, everything's going okay. So check in later. Okay, so I just got out of the library. My brain hurts. I did my self-assessment with UWorld, and I got a very high chance of passing, which is really, really exciting. That's what I wanted, obviously. That's what everybody wants. So I'm feeling pretty good. I didn't do as good as I wanted to on the actual exam itself. I got a 61%, which means I got 39 wrong because the self-assessment is 100 questions. And it is timed. I believe they give you about 2 hours and 20 something minutes. Yeah, no more than 2.5 hours for sure, to do the full 100 questions. And it took me a little over an hour and a half to do 100 questions. So I feel confident on time. I don't think I'm gonna run out of time at all. But more so, there was like at least, I just reviewed them really quickly because my brain is fried. And there was about at least 5 to 10 questions that I was very close to picking the correct answer, but just didn't end up picking it. I know it doesn't count, but I know that I at least knew the content. I just didn't pick the correct answer. But yeah, so it gave me a very high chance of passing, and that I was in the 69th percentile, and my assessment was 61%. So I think I'm gonna give myself a few hours of a break, and then tonight I'm just gonna review those rationales more and like review them more closely, and then continue doing questions until Sunday. That's my plan. So today is Saturday. I literally haven't filmed since Monday. I just like worked Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and I did study, but my day was just so tiring and exhausting. And then yesterday I did a whole day of studying, and now today is my last study day. So I'll go over that later, but my family's actually leaving town in a few hours, so I'm gonna have the house to myself for today, tomorrow, and the day of NCLEX, which is what I wanted because I wanted to just really focus and be in the zone. So yeah, it's gonna work out, and I'm excited and nervous at the same time. Okay, so it's now like 2 minutes until 3 p.m. My family left about 2 hours ago. I am over halfway. Right now I'm eating lunch, and I have my laptop right there, so I'm listening to the Mike Clemic audio, the last one on my set of repeats. It was a prioritization and delegation lecture. I was saving that one for last because I really like that one. He goes over a lot of helpful hints for like the day of, like if you're in a crunch, worst case scenario, and you need to guess, this is what you should like work on. And he also goes over how to delegate and like which patients are the priority, obviously. So, and he gives you like a pep talk at the end about like how you're gonna pass. So it's a nice lecture. So I'm gonna finish listening to that. Then I'm gonna take about an hour or two break and take a shower because it's so hot outside. And then I'm gonna do my last set of UWorld questions ever. Like ever. I'm just gonna do 100, knock them out of the way like if I was taking the NCLEX, except I'm gonna be in my room, I'm not going anywhere, and then I'll be done, and that's gonna be it. And then I'm just gonna be reviewing some content that I've been looking at, like labs, practice dosage calc, because I haven't done that at all. I feel confident in dosage calc, but every now and then I get like a random question that kind of stumps me, so I want to go over that. Like the drips gets me sometimes because I'll forget for a hot minute how to do it. So I'll probably definitely go over that, and then just see if there's any other dosage that I want to go over. But yeah, okay, so I took another assessment, or not assessment, actually it's not like a real UWorld one because I just have the one, but I took a 75 question exam on UWorld of just incorrect questions, right? But I did it just to pretend it was the NCLEX or whatever, act like it was an assessment more than anything, and I did it all at one go. I didn't take any breaks, just except for going to the bathroom. I turned off my phone and everything, and I did really bad. I got a 48%, and the average was 39%, so that goes to show it's probably a difficult exam, but I still did bad. Like I did above average, but I did below 50. And that just doesn't sit well with me. So I had some dinner, and I'm gonna go ahead and do another 75 practice questions in one go. Again, just the incorrect questions because those are the ones I really want to like nail down, slash the reason they're incorrect is because I didn't know the content or I didn't understand the question properly. So that's why I'm just studying those right now. Hopefully I get a little bit better, and this will be my last set of questions that I do because I'm not planning on doing any questions tomorrow or Monday. So yeah, wish me luck. Good morning. Okay, so it is Sunday. I didn't update on yesterday, like last night's last the last 75 questions I did last night, because the first set of 75 questions I did really bad in my opinion. So this next set of 75 questions I felt a little more confident about, and I got a 60% and the average was 41%. So that was something I was way more comfortable with because I just wanted to be above the 50% line. And so after that I just went to bed, and yeah, I'm gonna end this here and I'm gonna start Sunday's vlog.